Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and tonight we're going to do another Shadows over Innistrad Premier Draft. So let's hop in here, because I don't know how long it's going to take to find a full table for this. So I was thinking about the last draft we had, and I think the main issue I had was I had so many 1-toughness creatures, especially those 3-mana 4/1 vampires, and there's so many 1-toughness creatures in the format, like flying spirits from Lingering Souls, or, well, it's a 2-toughness creature, but Thraben Inspectors going around. It's really hard to connect with those 4/1s. So outside of like a dedicated Madness Vampire deck, I don't think I should have been running those. I also think I should prioritize that, what's it called, Make Mischief, the 3-mana red sorcery that does 1 damage to something and gives you a devil token. That card seems like it should be really good here. Alright, what do we have here? We have Summary Dismissal. Exile all other spells and counter all abilities. I don't think we need that. Oh, there's a spider spawning. I should just take that, because that card is insane. Ingenious Scab is pretty good, too. I've been impressed with the Arsonists in the past. Haunted Dead doesn't feel awful. Dusk Feaster doesn't feel awful, but I'm going to take the spider spawning. Ooh, Confirm Suspicions. This card, I actually played this card in Standard as like a one-of. I feel like I should take it here. Especially if this is going to be a sign the blue's going to be open. It's like counter target spell. It's a bit expensive. And then, you know, you get to investigate 3 times. So you get to sack 3 clues eventually and draw 3 cards. I played it as a one-of in Standard at the time. Especially when, if I was being reasonable, I should probably take the Byway Courier. I don't really want to pass another one of those. I don't want to pass this either. Here we go with Galvanic Bombardment. There's a Fury Blade Vampire. Still just going to take the best card in the pack. There's Make Mischief. That's a good one. Funnily enough, I played it in a blue-red deck. This was also a standard where, what's the name of the card? A Torrential Gearhulk was legal. So I had Torrential Gearhulk, and sometimes I would end up flashing this back to counter something else. And then I just get to, like, counter 2 things and draw 6 off of this, and it was silly. It worked really well for what it was, but being a 5-mana counter spell, it meant you did not want to run, like, more than 1 copy. Fevered Visions. At the beginning of each player's end step, that player draws a card. If the player is your opponent and has 4 or more cards in hand, Fevered Visions deals 2 damage to that player. I don't know about this card. I feel like I should just take the Alchemist Greeting. It'd be a fine removal spell anyways. Green, I don't know if green is fully going to be there for the spider spawning or not. Oh, we're going to Make Mischief. Yeah, this thing. I'm going to avoid this thing unless I am the Madness deck. This thing's really good too. Making spirits in that. Woodland Stream, the Corpse Trawler. I'm going to take the Make Mischief here. Because I don't think I want to abandon the Bombardment and go into like a Blue-White Spirits, though we probably could. We'll see what's in the next pack. If there's like another really good white card still in there, we might have to switch lanes a bit. But speaking of switching lanes, I'm going to try and stick with the main archetypes. Tree of Perdition, Defender. Exchange target opponent's life total with Tree of Perdition's toughness. Okay. There's another Rabid Bite. And there's Shreds of Sanity, return an instant and sorcery. I think I'm going to pick this up for now. Because this is also a discard outlet for Madness. And you know, we've got 2 sorceries and 2 instants to use it with so far. I don't think I want 2 of those in a limited deck. As a late veteran Cathar, there's Rise from the Tides. Maybe I just go for like blue-red spells here. Aim high, +2/+2, gains reach and untaps. Not a bad trick. I don't think I want 2 Confirmed Suspicions. 2 Rise from the Tides, though. Okay, blue-red spells kind of has to be open now. This is all of the Rabid Bites ever. Oh, how about that Summary Dismissal came back? This came back? Why did that wheel? I don't know, I'm still not going to take Summary Dismissal. I'm going to take the Ingenious Scab. Because that's a good one for spells. I'm going to cut the Spider Spawn because it's not going to be good if we don't have a ton of creatures. Byway Courier keeps coming back. My card seems like it's severely underrated. Either that or green is severely underdrafted at this table. If I didn't have 2 Rise from the Tides, I'd probably would just be abandoning. Kind of want the 2-drop, but I'll take Make Mischief. Would probably be abandoning the whole thing here. Uncaged Fury. There's a possibility we want this. Guess I'll take the Corpse Trawler. I'll take the 5/4, because in case we are werewolves, I wouldn't mind running these. Werewolf Bond. We probably... Emrakul, the Promised End. There's a Galvanic Bombardment. I'm not going to pass the Emrakul. Oh, I have one of these already. Well, now I have 2. I don't think we can play it in a blue-red spells, though, which is sad. We'd have to make a pretty hard pivot. Duskwatch Recruiter. We could... Byway Couriers wheeled last time. This could be a mistake, and maybe I should take the Forbidden Alchemy to stay in the spells slinging lane. There's a Sage. And Rabid Bites. I think we were supposed to be werewolves. There's a grapple. That would actually help with Emrakul. Noose Constrictor is good. I'm going to take the grapple, though. That means I'd have to cut blue. I mean, we got... It's really just these Rise from the Tides. I'd get to play Spider Spawning again. Alright, do I want the Menace, or do I want this thing that can be... Another thing that threatens to be a 4-2? Now I actually do feel better about the Uncaged Fury, too. Wolfkin Bond... I can potentially get back in the deck. Plus, it's an enchantment for Emrakul's Delirium. With the Spider Spawning back in. I've got some expensive stuff. I need some 2-drops. Wouldn't mind an Explosive Apparatus to get an artifact. Could also run like some artifact creatures, too. But, alright, now that we're in the werewolf lane, let's just stick with it. Yeah, the 2-drop is good. I wouldn't mind the Byway Courier, but it's not a werewolf. Well, this also makes mana, too, which is useful when you have an Emrakul in your deck. And how often are we going to get to have an Emrakul? Blue-red spells just doesn't seem like it's coming together in this direction. And be honest, which of you viewers don't want to see me drop an Emrakul here? Well, this is an artifact. That works for me. Don't really need any of this other stuff. That other black common there is a nice -1/-1 trick. Okay, I already have 2 Make Mischiefs. I could take the Creeper. Take Weirding Wood, that would be fine too. And Byway Courier Wield. And Byway Courier Wield. Come on. These things are good. It dies into an eventual card draw. This is a human. Aren't most of these things... It's not going to get played. Let's take the artifact. Magnifying Glass. Oh, there's a 2-drop here I could really use. If you sacrifice another... let's take a 2-drop. Deranged Whelp. Alright, so we got our 2-drops. We got a spider to go with our werewolf. This card is considered not really great, but... Byway Courier Wield. There it is. Flash Lifelink enters battlefield. Other humans you control get +1/+1 in lifelink until end of turn. That seems insanely good. But I think we're finally just going to pick up a Rabid Bite here for some cheaper removal. Ooh, Devil's Playground. This is a good and probably underrated rare. Hamlet Captain, Stormkirk Occultist would be good. That would be my pick if this rare wasn't here, but this is a good one. Makes 4 1/1 devils that when they die, you deal a damage to something. Just sign me up. This adds mana. And can transform. Yep. That seems fine. There's another grapple, which I think is going to be the pick over the other 5-drop, because I can probably find more of those. Howl Pack Wolf wouldn't be horrible either. We're going to have some cuts to make. Gold Knight Castigator. Flying Haste. If a source would deal damage to you, it deals double that damage instead. Oh. Yeah, this thing is very risky to play. I'm gonna take, how many of these do I have? None. I'm gonna take it. I don't know if we're gonna play it, because everything hits us for double damage. And that's not the most desirable thing. Oh, this is a good one for... because it's an enchantment. I mean, I would love the Dryad, but I don't think I can pass up a Vessel while we've got Emrakul going here. Because we just need to get land, artifact, enchantment, creature... everything into our graveyard. Gnaw to the Bone. That might actually be the pick here. Can just gain us a ton of life later on. I can do it a couple of times. Well, if I knew we were going to get a second one. That is kind of... oh, that's a... I don't really have anything to splash out, so take another Deranged Whelp 2-drop. There's nothing for us in this pack. Let's just take whatever. Yeah, the Gold Knight Castigator is not good if you aren't winning. Oh, this is a wolf. I doubt I'm going to play it. Oh, hey, I got this back. But I think our top end is pretty good. Let's take another 3-drop and just try to be aggressive somewhat. Oh, another Weirding Wood. Another one of these. Let's take another one of these. We have so many cuts. We definitely ended up in the right lane. Alright, we have a lot of cuts to make. I know I would normally just take everything out. I might still do that, but let's see. What's our creature count? 16. We have a ton of 2-drops. I don't think we need all of these. We'll play the Galvanic Bombardment, the Vessel. probably don't need the apparatus. We do need an artifact in the deck, though, so Tarion can be in. Grapples are good. Shreds of Sanity can go. I don't think we need 2 Gnaw to the Bone. We might not even need any. What enchantments do we have? Spider spawning. We are milling somewhat. I guess I could throw a swamp in the deck too. Though with all the milling stuff we have... Yeah, I know these can return lands. I don't know if we want to splash for that or not. I still need to make 7 cuts. Oh, so I have the Vessel as an enchantment. I probably don't need Wolfkin Bond then. I've got Weirding Wood too, we could end up milling. I know the Sage is kind of unimpressive, but I might still run it anyways. How many instants do I have? Galvanic, Grapple... Gnaw to the Bone. I feel like if we're werewolves with Emrakul in the deck, we probably don't need the life gain with Gnaw to the Bone. But if we're like dedicated, want to go gung-ho with Emrakul, we probably do. And with all the self-mill, well, spider spawning is only good if we have the black. Which I guess we have Weirding Wood, we have that. I could throw a swamp in. Maybe in place of a mountain, I would throw a swamp in there. But that also means we need to cut more of these non-creatures if we're going to have a good creature count for the spider spawning. Because right now it's 15. And we still have to make 6 cuts. I think Uncaged Fury is going to go. As much as I know I said I was hyping up the Make Mischiefs, I think one of them should go because I can't get it back with Grapple. And I think we need to play all of these creatures, so I still have to make 4 cuts. Maybe we just don't play the spider spawning. But with the self-mill... Spider spawning and Gnaw to the Bone can just be good. If I cut any more of the Make Mischiefs, we're going to struggle to get a sorcery into the graveyard. Oh, well, I guess there's the spider spawning, too. So leave me with Rabid Bite, Greeting, Spider spawning, Devil's Playground for sorceries. Kinda just want to run the deck like this, but could also take out Sage, Gnaw to the Bone, and Spider spawning. Because now we don't really have the creature count. I don't know what I'm doing. We're trying to play Emrakul and werewolves. And if this doesn't work out, I could cut like the Vessel, Terrarian, the Grapples, and just put more of this werewolf stuff back in. I put this back in, the Trick, that. Alright. We have a lot of cards. But let's try this. Emrakul's werewolves. Just checking on the recording here. Okay, recording's fine. We're up against the Trade King. Yeah, just what I like to see. All forests. Oh, never mind. We got a mountain. Mountain for our opponent. Our opponent is also playing... those are different arts you can run. We have our Devil's Playground on turn 6 as well, so I'm not going to block this thing ever. That kind of just needs to go. Oh, yeah, it does. Next turn I have no play, so this can flip. Again, I'm not blocking that. Another one. Alright. Oh, there's a grapple. Okay, so this is now a 4-2 with Trample. This thing will be activating. Actually, this could be bad if it's a Alchemist Greeting. That gets +2. Okay. I'll take the byway courier here. I have to be a bit more defensive. Because next turn we'll have the Devil's Playground. And then who knows, maybe we'll get into an Emrakul. I was told these cards are not supposed to be good. Why is it acting so good? Okay, what are we discarding here? Nothing. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and just force the situation here. So that's gonna be their turn. We investigate. Oh, I can actually sack this and draw right away. Walled Mysteries, that's a good one. Okay, so he's got non-lands in his hand. What does this thing do? Can't attack or can't block unless I control another werewolf. Okay. That's okay. Any blocks are fine, because it's just gonna kill this thing. I know he gets to investigate. There's not much I can do about that. There seems to be like a lot of really strong enchantments in this format, and really not a lot of enchantment removal. Oh, there's a 4/5. And here's a 5/4. Doesn't this thing say... I don't know. I'll just transform into a 6/5. If it does. Emrakul, like, will basically win us the game on the spot, because I can make him make, like, really bad attacks. Oh, cool, it's a 6/5, and it has Menace. I'll play this, because I do have Emrakul in the deck. I know they could just double block here, but, you know, whatever. No, that gets the big thing out of here. Frees up this other stuff to go attacking. Of course, this thing investigating a lot is getting to be a little annoying. Permeating Mass, you're playing that, huh? Oh, that card is going to win him the game. And very quickly. Well... it costs 10 still? What do I not have in here? Well, I don't have a land in here. Alright. Well, this thing can't block, so it may as well attack. Byway Courier's not the best blocker either right now. Need to make sure we don't die as well. Oh, the Permeating Mass could just... that is perfect. I don't want you having a double striking Trampler. I love that trade. Let's activate this. We get a clue. Well, we have Emrakul next turn. Game trail with a land in hand. Okay. So I know there's not much going on. Plus, it's a red-green deck. How is a red-green deck going to deal with this? It has protection from instants as well. Mockery of Nature. Oh, that destroys an artifact or enchantment. It's a May effect. You don't have to kill your own thing. I don't have any artifacts or enchantments for you to kill. What? Okay. Okay, I guess there was the pause there because he had to... had to do that. Go Emrakul. I now control your next turn. Alright, so it's my turn. Fury Blade Vampire. We're gonna play that. I don't really want to cast that. Yeah, that thing is just going to attack into my Emrakul, and my Emrakul is going to attack, and... Well, I had fun. I got to play Emrakul. Oh, but what else did that game tell me, though, about our deck? Tells me I'm glad we're not running Uncaged Fury. Kind of might want to run another... Kind of want a 4-drop. Especially one with Flash could actually be good in our deck. Howlpack Wolf would be better if we're more aggressive, but we really could be more aggressive in the early game. Devil's Playground was great. It really held off the field. Alright, well, let's keep going. We got Emrakul. Emrakul is pretty much the best card in the format. So if we can play Emrakul, we probably should. Once again, an all-forest hand, but it worked out last time. Of course, we immediately drew our mountain last time. We could be in trouble. We can't block this. Of course, that means now they can flip the... Yeah, +2, -2, and play that thing. That is the card why I want more of those Make Mischief. Oh, hey, I got Emrakul. Let's at least stop this from happening. Why was there a pause there? That worries me. Oh, because this activation is ever present. Okay, I'm gonna start needing some red sources. Well, this transforms now. I can now trade with one of their... I can't trade with anything. Alright. I also realize I can't block any of this effectively. This has menace, these all just kill it. That is a Pyre Hound. I don't want you... Okay. Do it like this so we can get some stuff into play. This is so bad. Of course, if something's dead here, we're just gonna be dead anyways. And killing one thing isn't going to help much. Alright. Conduit of Storms for our opponent. Transform that into a 5/4. But it doesn't really help. I mean, the threat here is that he just attacks with all three, threatening to discard 2 and just pumping each of these to be 3/1s. So I have to block. Blocks are so bad here. Because if I don't block a second one, we just auto-lose, but I can't kill anything. He just gets to eat this for free and deal 1 and threaten the same sort of lethal next turn. That's not helping. It's a vessel. Huh, okay. Which now you can just discard this, make this fly. One of these is getting through. Like, it doesn't matter how I do this now. I had too many of these guys. Oh, yeah, that thing is also absurd. Put in another Make Mischief. And I think since this deck is ending up being more defensive, I'm going to cut this for the spider. Because our 3/3 wolf can't block if we don't have anything else. And that seems to happen a lot of times. Sleepo Beepo. That's a silly name. Alright, we've got Captive, we've got Byway Courier. This is a good start. Guardian of the Pilgrims, okay. Up against blue-white this time. I might enjoy the spider thing we have more here. I can't block this. Dauntless Cathar. There's a Byway Courier. I don't mind trading this off for anything. And opponent is going to take me up on that offer. Okay. Oh, and there's also tricks, too. This is also the whole we're just on the draw against aggressive opponents. Oh, where's my Make Mischief? Come on. I suppose it doesn't matter how we trade this. I'm going to trade like this because Make Mischief can still kill the spirit token that forms, and there can just be more tricks. I can't play around any of this. Keeping the 3/1 alive, okay. I'm going to crack one of these right now. Oh, here we go again. I'm gonna do this. Okay, good. We milled some land. I'm gonna get back a Byway Courier. Okay, trades are fine. That's not as fine. Okay, we have a Weirding Wood. Let's get weird. Put this on a mountain. Okay, so this tells me there's no prowess trigger. Otherwise that would not have stayed back. Let's find something, please. Make Mischief? Anything. Well, I did say anything. Not comfortable enough to go attacking. I could almost cast Emrakul. Of course, opponent's on 6 lands. I'm just flooding out every single game. I have enough mana to cast Emrakul. I've got 19 cards left in the deck. Yeah, here we go. Yep, there's that. I can't play around tricks because I'm so low on health. Why do I just get mana flooded every... You've got to be kidding me. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We milled 2 lands. 13, 14 of our 17 lands. I was going to cut a land from the deck. Because we just keep drawing 9 million of them anyways. The Cloaca Kid is our next opponent. I'll go first. Hey, I'm finally seeing some of this stuff. Alright, we'll start with the mountain. I'll probably play the Mana Dork first. In case if, for whatever reason, strange reason, if we don't get massively flooded out in this game. Oh, how about that? We're not getting massively flooded out in this game. Let's take the aggressive path first. We're up against another blue-white deck. Scarecrow, huh? I could kill that if I wanted to. I want to get this down. It's 7 mana to flip that. I'm not really expecting 2 basic lands. Yeah, let's just play our stuff here. Maybe I should have just held up the activation on Spell Queller. Alright. While that is kind of annoying, it does kind of help. Oh, actually lets me activate this clue right now. So that's cool. Two, three, four, five, six. I could flip this even. Let's get Devil's Playground going. If he taps enough lands, I could use the Galvanic Bombardment to finish this off. Or better yet, I can just swing those devils in anyways, let one of them die, and use Galvanic Bombardment to finish this off. Courageous Outrider, alright. Make that into a 4/6. But I don't need to do that right now. All I ask is for you to not have Essence Flux. Alright, cool. We'll get our thing back. We cast it again. I still have 7, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So I could even, like, block here and transform. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. Really? Alright. Well, we have another thing that transforms. I also have Grapple, too. Thing in the ice, that's not supposed to be here. Now I still can't attack with anything profitably. Because this thing will just be eating the... Let's do this before it's attacking or blocking. So there's no more puncturing light here. I mean, there could be, but now we'll at least trade. Could also... trade the 2 devils for that. I don't hate that idea either. Of course, now puncturing light works. Alright. Well, I can point the damage at this thing then. Oh, what now? The tapper thing. That card is annoying. I suppose he's only attacking me for 3 right now. Can you stop? As until this thing flips. Part of me just wants to double block because these things aren't doing anything. And I'll get the card draw anyways. More tricks. Seriously? I was like, how many tricks have you had? 1, 2... Oh, I think there's been more than 3, 4... There's like 4 combats this thing was supposed to be dead, and it's still here. Oh, we're killing this, by the way. Before that thing flips into a mess. Okay, we can finally go attacking. What now? Oh my gosh. I guess you still have some other trick in your hand that's gonna stop Emrakul. If I ever find Emrakul, that is. Well, no point attacking. Okay, you're finally gonna sack that for a couple basics. Of course, there's a flyer. Of course you have removal for this. Yeah. Now this thing can't even block. Okay. That was an incredibly frustrating game. Opponent just had everything at the perfect time. And we just got mana flooded. In basically every game we lost. I don't think this was that bad of a deck. I mean, it had some synergies. It had some mana ramping things. It had the byway couriers getting us extra draws. Emrakul won us the game that it came out in. And, yeah, things just kept falling apart, though. I don't know. That was... Those last couple games were pretty frustrating. Well, I guess for now, I'll take my leave.